Do you remember the 2014 MTV Video Music Awards? Because they were the messiest award show of all time.
I smell chicken. What is that?
No, it's tuna. Shush, I just had him in.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. The plates are back by popular demand. Just like the rest of my videos, I've been going back and covering the most messy and chaotic award shows, and the 2014 VMAs are no exception. Before I get into this humongous hot mess, don't forget to subscribe, and one helpful person in my comments said that some of you may not have accounts made yet, so if you really enjoy my videos, I'd appreciate if you would take the time to make an account and make me the first person that you subscribe to. Alright, let's start with the pre-show because the version that I have is juicy, juicy, juicy. The version of the pre-show that I have includes the producer's mic fees and footage of the show while on standby, not when they're actually live. So we get to see celebrities in their truest form, and you may not like what you see. Immediately from the first 20 seconds of the pre-show, we get chaos. Sway, the man that I guess does have the answers, is introducing us to the pre-show, and Donald Duck is shouting over the top of him.
2014 Video Music Awards, Kesha and 5 Seconds of Summer are...
I cannot comprehend what this fan is saying. Kesha and 5 Seconds of Summer are currently on the red carpet, so my best guess is that the fan is either screaming Kesha or Michael. Now, as soon as I saw 5 sets of legs, I knew that mess was incoming. The messiest girl group of all time, previously named the Lilas, then named 1432, then named Fifth Harmony, are getting ready to be interviewed. Right off the bat, let's analyze the outfits. Let's go from left to right. Starting off with Camila, she is looking really stunned. She is serving black evening wear, glamour, you could say. Moving on to Dinah. It is not giving the same vibe. It's kind of giving speaking at a fundraiser vibes. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it is not glamour. Moving on to Normani, once again, not the same vibe. It is not glamour. It is not fundraiser. It is Friday night clubbing with the girls. Moving on to Lauren, she is kind of wearing the same vibe as Camila, and I guess you could all say that they're cohesive because of the color black, but then you have Normani in light gray, and furthermore, moving on to Ellie, she is wearing gold sequin pants and a long-sleeved frayed shirt.
It's not the vibe. Stop!
She looks great, but it is not the same vibe. They are not Fifth Harmony. They are Fifth Cacophony. There is also mess right off the bat because the producer is telling them that they are on standby, yet we are seeing all of this. Because of this, Normani is not in performance mode yet. She is saving her smiles for when they actually go live. We also get to see Ellie yawning. This is so unprofessional, but it is obviously not their fault. The interviewer then tells them that they are going to show the girls a vine, but they're not actually going to be able to see or hear the vine, so she tells them what the vine is going to say, and then she's going to ask them a question, so they have time to prepare a response. And let's talk about Vine for a second. I miss Vine, the OG TikTok. The viral songs that came out of Vine, immaculate. The cameras then go live. The energy difference, guys. The interviewer asks her first question and they all try to respond, but at this point, the loudest talker wins, and this time it is Camila.
Have you thought about your acceptance speech yet?
No, oh my God, we were like 10 minutes ago, we were in the dressing room and I was like, Lauren, we have to work on our acceptance speech.
We then get to see the vine in question, but they loop it, which makes it so cringe.
Wow, Fifth Harmony. Ha, 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 ha. How are you so confident and how do you show the real you on stage? Wow, Fifth Harmony. Ha, 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 ha. How are you so confident and how do you show the real you on stage?
They are, in fact, not clear. We then get to see behind the scenes stuff with Lucy Hale. This is a goldmine. Lucy then announces the winner of the Best Lyric Video, a very prestigious award. 5 Seconds of Summer wins for Don't Stop. Once again, just like in my 2015 video, the voting numbers are not mathing to me. Even if 5 Seconds of Summer's fanbase is really dedicated and they actually did vote 78 million times, Katy Perry only getting 2 million votes? The lyric video for Birthday was actually fantastic, and Ariana Grande's Problem lyric video, I mean, she was still kind of in her infancy stage, but this lyric video was like a moment. It felt huge. 3 million votes? We then get to see Ariana Grande arrive to the red carpet, and we get to hear a producer on the mic feed trying to recall the previous name of Fifth Harmony.
1 2 2 2
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now remember that phase in Ariana Grande's career where she was being called a diva and she only wanted photos taken from the left side of her face? Fans were in the trenches calling this a bunch of malarkey and that it was not true. Well, explain this. She's about to get interviewed by Sway and she is made to stand on his right and is passed a microphone, but this would expose the right side of her face, so she quickly swaps places with him. Sway is prepping Ariana about what he's going to say and what he's going to ask in the interview, and then randomly Ariana is like, this is boring me, I want to go get photos. Okay, she doesn't actually say that, she says this.
And we're gonna do are we gonna do the...
Hold on one second, hold on one second.
Let's just do this right after we do photos. We'll come right back to you. Let's just get the photos over with. Okay, she wants to do it after photos.
In the meantime, Becky G. Wright and Ingrid Nilsson are the Instagram correspondents for tonight's red carpet.
I feel like we're color coordinated.
We
I
are,
like
kinda,
it.
sorta, yes.
Well, sort of, kind of.
Becky G then tells us to vote for what we want her to do during the pre-show.
Should I sing my song Shower with some of the fans in the stands or leave a kiss on the VMA logo? Use the hashtag Instagram and let me know what you think.
We prematurely find out what wins because while we are still on standby, we can hear Becky G doing a mic test and decides to sing some of her song.
Dancing in the mirror, singing in the shower. Hi guys. Yeah, okay. Do you guys by any chance know my song Shower?
Ariana Grande then comes back to do her interview with Sway, but right before they go live, she turns around and asks her assistant if he can do something about the sun.
Can you block the sun?
All right. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Are you not okay with this one?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. You look beautiful. You look stunning. You look stunning. You look hot. You look hot. All right, stand by, guys.
Ariana then gets her professional fish on, and eventually Sway shows her some fan videos for her to react to, and one of them is Eugenia Cooney. What a crossover. We then get to see what Becky G was cooking up. She sings Shower with the crowd, and I just know that she had to teach them the melody. They did not know this song. Right after they call cut, you can hear a fan asking Becky G for a photo, and she says no, and I totally get why. Like, she has to be somewhere, and the whole thing of like, if I say yes to you, then I have to say yes to everyone thing, but this fan just did you a favor. Like, she promoted your song for free. Like, it's a tough one. We then get to see Miss Victoria Justice on the red carpet, and what do you guys think? We then get a hot mic moment from a producer.
Look like the mean one. She's not.
Who do you think they were talking about? Taylor Swift then arrives to the red carpet during her iconic 1989 era.
Stop.
This was 1989, 2014.
This was the vibe at the time, okay? You need to understand.
All I can say is 198920014 was a time. Now, I will say this with conviction. This is not a ass bob. I've heard some discourse about it saying that it is, but it is not. A ass bob is an anti-serve, and this is a serve and protect. While Taylor is being interviewed, they play a Katy Perry song.
Loving it, but Taylor, I have to be honest.
We then get this cringe moment where Sway is like, Lucy, Taylor, you guys should collab, and Taylor is not biting, babe.
Collaboration can happen here.
Maybe. I would be honored.
Yeah, you down?
I would, obviously. Are you kidding? This is the queen. I'm standing there.
Okay.
This is technically our first collaboration.
It is.
Taylor Swift is the best media trained person that I've ever seen. Her response was perfect because it answered the question, it didn't hurt Lucy Hale's feelings, and it also did not commit to anything. Like, perfect. We then get an interview with Iggy Azalea. She gets a question from a fan.
I know you've been performing for a long time as an artist, but how does it feel to finally perform on a stage of this caliber?
Okay. All right, so he talked about you look beautiful and what you're wearing right now.
That wasn't what the fan asked, but let's move on. She is asked another question, and once again, the question is not answered.
You look gorgeous, and your style choices are always amazing. How do you decide on the right amount of skin to show to always look perfect like you do?
You know what? It was extremely hard to hear, Christina, right? All right, and you got to be careful. I saw the performance when you fell off stage.
Well, I won't fall off the stage. I hope.
Okay, well, if you...
We then get an interview with Miley Cyrus. They talk about how Wrecking Ball's music video broke the record for most views in 24 hours before quickly being broken by Nicki Minaj's Anaconda. This was a moment, guys. This was a moment.
I can bring that body, I can bring that wrecking ball, but I can't bring that ass.
Sway then informs us that he was meant to interview Usher, but he did not show up, and then out of nowhere, Usher is up with the crowd, and it feels like everyone is ignoring his presence. Like, Usher is standing right next to you. We then get a mic feed of Dinah Jane rehearsing Boss while Demi Lovato is on the red carpet.
I'm checking everyone.
We also get to hear Lauren asking Dinah this.
Dinah, are you crossing in front of me or behind me?
I guess the answer is crossing behind her. So I kind of jumped the gun, but Fifth Harmony does a performance of Boss. The performance then instantly transitions into the Boom Clap girl performing Boom Clap. I know Charlie would like that joke. Charlie does her best Emma Roberts impression. After her performance, Sway tells Charlie to give out 2 tickets to the VMA main show, and she gives it to someone that she knows will download XCX World in the future.
Get in!
We then get an interview with Rita Ora. Sway informs us that a bunch of fans are in the crowd holding up Rita Ora posters. Why are they all the same poster? Who did Rita Ora pay?
I'm so blessed with those posters.
Yes.
I'm honestly like gobsmacked. This is incredible.
Sway then calls Rita Ora out.
I smell chicken. What is that?
No, it's June. Shush, I just had him in.
Oh, okay.
Katy Perry then arrives to the red carpet, but let's rewind 5 seconds because the second-hand cringe. MTV did not perfectly capture the moment where Katy Perry arrived to the red carpet. Instead, Katy Perry and her driver, Riff Raff, are waiting for the show to go live before taking the car out of park.
Get in!
Katy Perry looks absolutely stunned and is doing a callback to the iconic Britney and Justin double denim look with Riff Raff. During an interview with Sway, Katy says this.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to sing my song Black Widow.
Right.
For those that do not know, Black Widow was originally a Katy Perry record. The song did not make it onto Prism, so it was sent off into the world to be given to someone else. It fell into Iggy's lap. Then there was this weird chain of events where Katy wanted to sing the hook of the song but couldn't because of timing problems. So then the song's hook was sung by Rita Ora. So when Katy Perry says, my song, is she being shady or is she being supportive? We then get to the main show. It starts off with a performance by Ariana Grande doing Break Free. The performance is very Barbarella, just like the music video. We then get a performance by Miss Minaj doing Anaconda. In 2014, this was a cultural reset. Anaconda is truly a masterpiece, and this performance was really good. We get live vocals, choreo, people dressed up as snakes hanging from the ceiling. Nicki looks great. Superb performance.
Well done, mama.
We then get Jessie J doing a performance of Bang Bang. This is the least chaotic place that she has performed. A much bigger crowd than her Instagram Live COVID living room concert. If you want to see all of the other chaotic places that Jessie J has performed, go watch this video. Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj then join Jessie to do their parts of Bang Bang, and notably, Nicki Minaj has a wardrobe malfunction. I guess while Nicki Minaj was getting changed out of her Anaconda costume, I guess the zip wasn't zipping, or something that went awry that made the dress not dress. Nicki handled the issue really well, although it was really obvious that there was a problem. I mean, what else can you do? Snoop Dogg and Gwen Stefani come out to the stage. They talk about how the show is being hosted in Inglewood, California, and they are the perfect two to talk about this because they are both California girls. Also, while they are talking, you can hear a producer on the mic feed going, Taylor one. I mean, did we not have enough of this mess in the pre-show?
And as much as this building right here stood for the Showtime Lakers,
Taylor one.
They then present Best Female Video. This year's nomination blocks are mega mixes, so all of the songs that are nominated are fused into one song. I don't know how to feel about it. On one hand, it's super creative and it's also really playing into the big trend at the time of mashups, but then on the other hand, none of the songs get their own moment. Also, the nomination blocks this year are a lot shorter. Usually they are over a minute. This year they're cut down to like 30 seconds. That's roughly 6 seconds a song. The nominees are Beyoncé Partition, Lorde, Royals, Katy Perry featuring Juicy J, Dark Horse, Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea, Problem, and Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX, Fancy. Before I read out the winner, I've created a Spotify and Apple Music playlist featuring all of the songs that were either nominated or featured within this year's awards. The links are in the bio, go take a listen. Katy Perry and Juicy J win.
Everybody say, hey, what's up, Juicy?
What up?
Jay Farrow then comes out to the stage to perform a short stand-up routine. He does an impression of Drake.
Make it clap. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He then makes jokes about Ariana Grande being a Lolita.
You should not be a grown man enjoying Sam and Cat just as much as your 5-year-old nephew. He's like, Uncle, I like her. I'm like, I like her too, baby. She's amazing.
He then brings up the nominees for this year's Artist to Watch Award. The nominees are Sam Smith, Fifth Harmony, Charlie XCX, Schoolboy Q, and 5 Seconds of Summer. Lorde then comes out to the stage and you can tell that she feels super awkward. She introduces Taylor Swift doing her very first live performance of the 1989 era doing Shake It Off. This era was massive, massive, massive. Taylor going from country pop to pop was the talk of the town. She was not coming to play. The performance is very flashy and entertaining, and my favorite moment is definitely when she is on the top of a 1989 sign and is about to jump, but no.
1 second. God, I don't care if it's the VMAs. I'm not jumping off of there. 1 second. Okay. Yeah.
Doing research, I looked at the Pop Heads Reddit thread of this performance, and people were of two minds about this. A lot of people didn't like this moment. Miley's not giving us any sign of how she feels about this performance. It's giving that video from her Ashley O era.
Hello 2021.
And of course, I have to talk about the Katy Perry cam. Katy is silently fuming throughout this whole performance. You can tell that they were definitely feuding around this time. You can just tell by Katy's demeanor, she is not having it. There is this moment during the chorus when the haters gonna hate lyric comes up where Riff Raff cheers his drink with Katy Perry, almost implying, yep, we're the haters she's referring to, and we're gonna embrace that title. I'm sure that around this time, Katy Perry thought that Shake It Off was about her. Little does she know that there is another song on 1989 that is gonna be a little more direct. I touched on this a little in my 2015 VMA video, but for those that do not know, Bad Blood by Taylor Swift is about Katy Perry. Taylor Swift talking about Bad Blood and who it was about has been quoted saying, she did something so horrible. I was like, oh, we're just straight up enemies. And it wasn't even about a guy. It had to do with business. She basically tried to sabotage an entire arena tour. She tried to hire a bunch of people out from under me, and I'm surprisingly non-confrontational. You would not believe how much I hate conflict, so now I have to avoid her. It's awkward and I don't like it. Katy Perry has talked about the whole drama years later, and the cliff notes is basically, there were 3 backup dancers that were working with Katy Perry on her tours. When Katy Perry wasn't touring, they went to go work with Taylor Swift, and Katy Perry was like, all good, get your work, get your money, you need to pay the bills, just negotiate with Taylor that when I eventually do go back on tour, you are okay to leave that tour and come back to me. According to Katy, when the dancers tried to discuss with Taylor about eventually leaving the tour, they were fired.
And I tried to talk to her about it and she wouldn't speak to me.
Oh, you tried to talk to her about it? You did the phone call?
It was a full shutdown and then she writes a song about me and I'm like, okay, cool. That's how you want to deal with it? Karma.
Anyhow, the cherry on top of the Shake It Off performance is that when it ends, MTV plays this.
This is how we do.
This is the second time that MTV has played this song when Taylor Swift is on screen. Chelsea Handler then comes out to the stage. She talks about how she is feeling super insecure because of all the other women in the house tonight that have bigger butts than her in comparison. So she says this.
But you have to put me up after someone who's white. So thank you, Taylor Swift, for being so white!
She then presents Best Male Video. The nominees are John Legend, All of Me, Pharrell Williams, Happy, Eminem featuring Rihanna, The Monster, Sam Smith, Stay With Me, and Ed Sheeran featuring Pharrell Williams, Sing. Ed Sheeran wins. Jay Farrow then comes back out to the stage, now doing an impression of Jay-Z. He makes a joke about Jay-Z parenting Blue Ivy.
Blue, stop it. Stop it. Get the rollie out your mouth. You'll chip a tooth. Daddy loves you.
Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels then come out to the stage to promote their upcoming movie Dumb and Dumber 2, and all I can think about is how I was scammed when I was a kid when I thought that they came out with a sequel in 2003 called Dumb and Dumberer. They casted really good lookalikes. When you look at this poster, you think that you are watching a Jim Carrey movie. Anyway, Jim Carrey is playing with his scarf and then trips over. He then plays it off like it was a part of the bit, but it wasn't a part of the bit, but like them saying that it was a part of the bit is kind of like a part of the bit, right? They then present Best Pop Video. The nominees are Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea, Problem, Pharrell Williams, Happy, Avicii featuring Aloe Black, Wake Me Up, Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX, Fancy, and Jason Derulo featuring 2 Chainz, Talk Dirty. Ariana Grande wins, which is great for her mainly because she is a massive fan of Jim Carrey.
I love you so much. Oh my gosh.
Kim Kardashian.
Then comes out to the stage to introduce Sam Smith doing a performance of Stay With Me. Common then comes out to the stage. He talks about the situation in Ferguson and then takes a moment of silence for Mike Brown. He then presents Best Hip Hop Video. The nominees are Childish Gambino, 3005, Kanye West, Black Skinhead, Wiz Khalifa, We Dim Boys, Drake featuring Majid Jordan, Hold On, We're Going Home, and Eminem, Berserk. Drake wins, but he is not there, so Common accepts the award on his behalf. Right before going to commercial, we get to see the cast of Orange is the New Black backstage, and when I tell you I gay gasped. I thought that Hannah Montana was coming around the corner before realizing that it was Laverne Cox.
What?
My brain needs rewiring. Hannah is taking up too much of my headspace.
I am a rock star.
Jay Pharoah then comes out to the stage again, now doing an impression of Kanye West. We get an audience reaction from the Kardashians.
I'm not even performing tonight, fam. I created television. Can't nobody else do that. Matt Lauer.
All I'll say is that the Jay-Z impression was a lot better. Uzo Aduba, Taylor Schilling, and Hannah Montana then come out to the stage. Laverne introduces Usher and Nicki Minaj by saying this.
The ladies in prison would love this next performer. If you're ready for him, let's hear it!
We then get a performance of She Came to Give It To You, and when Nicki comes out, we get this very creative dance move. Usher ends his performance by doing the very popular dance trend in 2014, the whip. Right before the commercial break, we get to see Ariana Grande and Big Sean backstage together when they were still dating, and then we get to see Katy Perry and Nicki Minaj taking photos together, and right at the end, you can see Katy Perry go, okay, that's enough. Nina Dobrev and Trey Songz.
He was charged with felony domestic assault. Isn't he just so dreamy?
I can always get behind a lady.
Yeah, he probably didn't mean that the way it sounded.
Oh, but I did though.
Isn't he just so dreamy?
Come out to the stage to present Best Rock Video. They don't have a nomination clip for these nominees. Maybe it was too hard to mix all of these songs together, so I'll let Nina and Trey read out the nominees.
Imagine Dragons, Demons.
Arctic Monkeys, Do I Want to Know?
The Black Eyes, Fever.
Lord, Royals.
Linkin Park, Until It's Gone.
One of these nominees is a major sneak. One of these songs does not sound like rock at all, and the sneak wins. Lord's Royals wins for Best Rock Video. Great song. Rock song? Okay. When Lorde gets up to the stage, she has no idea what to do. She doesn't have a mic. She doesn't know what camera to look at. Why did MTV not prep her beforehand? She finally finds the camera to look at, and it is not the camera to look at. She then accidentally swears.
And, oh, I voted. Sorry for swearing. Thank you so much.
Barbie and Oppenheimer then come out to the stage to introduce 5 Seconds of Summer. Dylan O'Brien describes the band by saying this.
These guys are just teenagers and they are already massive. It sounded weird.
5 Seconds of Summer then perform Amnesia. Jay Pharoah then comes out to present the winner of the Artist to Watch Award. Fifth Cacophony wins, and while they are walking up to the stage, you can see Katy Perry mouthing something to Sam Smith. I vividly remember the media going with the narrative of her saying, "Who are they?"
And as the gals were headed to the stage to accept their honor, Katy Perry was apparently, allegedly seen whispering to Sam Smith, "Who are they?"
I'm very skeptical of this because Katy Perry knows that she is being filmed 24/7 at this award show. We get the very stoic reaction of her watching Shake It Off, so in the same vein, I don't think she would be outwardly shady knowing that a camera is on her. And I mean, look, she's clapping for all of them as they walk past her. After Fifth Cacophony finishes their acceptance speech, we get the most random, oddly placed tribute to Robin Williams. Jennifer Lopez then comes out to introduce the next performer by saying this.
The only artist since the Beatles to have the #1 and #2 record in the country at the same time.
Who do you think that she is talking about? Yes, of course, Iggy Azalea, and she is obviously going to do one of the biggest hits of 2014, right? Oh, we get Black Widow? Don't get me wrong, Black Widow is a bop, but Fancy was one of the biggest hits of 2014 and it was nominated for Video of the Year. Why is she not performing it? Side note, every time I hear this song, I feel like Iggy is calling me out.
Somehow you go astray.
We get a shot of Charlie XCX in the audience singing along. That should have been her. Rita Ora then comes out to sing the hook of the song and damn it, she ate so hard with this wig. This is truly a serve and protect. Katy is seen supporting from the audience because, you know.
I'm happy to sing my song Black Widow.
All right.
And Miley is genuinely confusing. The whole night, every single reaction has been this. Come on, girl, give us nothing. Demi Lovato and Jason Derulo then come out to the stage to introduce a performance by Maroon 5. Jason Derulo promotes his upcoming tour, and Demi Lovato is trying not to burst out laughing at the shameless promo. Because of this, Demi, of course, promotes her own tour.
September 6th, you know what to do.
Maroon 5 then perform Maps and One More Night. Jimmy Fallon then comes out to the stage to hit us with some cringe.
It's time for the hug cam!
He then presents Video of the Year. The nominees are Sia, Chandelier, Pharrell Williams, Happy, Beyonce featuring Jay-Z, Drunken Love, Miley Cyrus, Wrecking Ball, and Iggy Azalea featuring Charlie XCX, Fancy. Miley Cyrus wins, and a young man called Jesse comes up to accept the award on behalf of the 1.6 million runaways and homeless youth. Topically enough, Miley Cyrus talked about this moment just last week.
I had just seen Marlon Brando kind of forfeit his Oscar and use that platform to highlight some activism that was important to him, and I wanted to do the same thing. So I started my own foundation, Happy Hippie, because I didn't think that it made sense for there to be so much homelessness, especially with young people. And we're having nights like the VMAs where people are in black cars and diamonds and designer clothes and all celebrating each other like we had done something that actually mattered. Felt like Jesse's voice would have been much more impactful to give him my 1 minute on stage and let him have the mic and him take the platform to highlight an issue that was really important to me because it was happening right in my area.
Also, not this one guy on his phone. Beyonce then closes out the show by doing a medley of songs from her self-titled album. I'm not going to go through a list of all of the songs, but I have included them in the Spotify and Apple Music playlist. The first thing that I need to say is that this medley felt like it was a medley of all of her hits throughout her career. But no, it's all from one album. And it's over 12 songs. The performance is absolutely beautiful. She is truly the best performer of all time. She has set the bar so high, I cannot see anyone else reaching it in our lifetime. The parallel of Beyonce and Taylor being shown as they are both currently running the most successful tours ever in 2023. After the performance, Jay-Z and Blue Ivy come out to the stage to present her with the Video Vanguard Award. This moment almost made me tear up. Blue Ivy got to me, guys. We need to make a joke right now. We need to make a joke.
I'm so full.
And that is the end of the 2014 VMAs. It ended on a fantastic note, but overall, I think it is the messiest award show that I have covered yet. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below telling me which award show I should cover next. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and heck, why not share with your friends? And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.